There is a place in our solar system where it rains ammonia, where lightning strikes at temperatures colder than anywhere on Earth, where a storm the size of our entire planet is breathing, and we have no explanation for any of it. You think you've seen it. You haven't. Here is Jupiter the way you've always known it. Amber bands curving in slow motion. That enormous painted eye watching the solar system from 500 million miles away. That's roughly 2,000 trips to the moon, back to back, without stopping. Every school poster, every NASA wallpaper. A gas giant so huge it's been called Earth's guardian. The shepherd that catches the rocks before they reach us. The friendly giant. The cosmic painting. The most beautiful thing in the night sky you've never had to be afraid of. Those colors were added by human hands. The spacecraft photos are mostly gray. This is where it gets strange, because the color isn't the only thing that's wrong. The great red spot, that enormous eye, that symbol of Jupiter's permanence, is not 350 years old. The storm Cassini observed in 1665 almost certainly died at some point. The storm spinning right now probably condensed around 1831. It's closer to 190 years old. We've been telling the wrong story for generations about an object we've been watching for 4 centuries. Why? Because we named it. We assumed continuity. We assumed the thing in the image matched the thing in the history books. And therein lies the problem. Go deeper. Jupiter is 89.8% hydrogen and helium. That's not a coincidence. That's the same ratio as the Sun. Chemically, in every meaningful sense, Jupiter is more Sun than planet. If you took Jupiter and stacked 79 more Jupiters on top of it, 79 of the largest objects in the solar system, piled one on top of the other, the entire mass would ignite. It would fuse hydrogen. It would burn. We would have 2 suns. The difference between that solar system and this one, between Earth as a scorched, airless rock and Earth as the place you're sitting right now, is a number, an arbitrary number on a scale we didn't choose. The color is wrong. The age is wrong. The category is wrong. Every single thing you thought you recognized about Jupiter was a label humans invented to feel comfortable about something that doesn't care about our comfort. We've been staring at Jupiter for 4 centuries, naming its bands, mapping its moons, measuring its gravity to 10 decimal places. And we got the most basic facts wrong, which raises a question. If the image is a mask, what's underneath it? Let me show you what a failed star actually does from the inside. The image is a mask, but that's just labels. That's just human naming. Here's what's actually happening inside the object, and this is where it stops being strange and starts being wrong. Jupiter radiates nearly twice the energy it receives from the Sun. Twice. It is generating heat from inside itself, and our models cannot fully account for where it comes from. To put that in terms that should feel wrong, Jupiter is putting out more thermal energy than the Sun delivers to it. Every second, continuously. And this doesn't happen once or twice, but continuously, every second, all around the planet, year after year, for 4.5 billion years. And this is not an opinion. That's physics. It behaves in this specific way less like a planet and more like a star that hasn't ignited yet. How? We don't fully know. And as if that weren't enough, look at the great red spot. It's shrinking. Has been for over a century. And as it shrinks, its outer edge winds have accelerated from 432 kilometers per hour to 640. That's faster than the fastest wind ever recorded on Earth by a factor of about 5. Those two things, contraction and acceleration, should cancel each other out under any fluid dynamics model we have. They don't, but the shrinking is just the beginning. In 2024, scientists discovered something else. The storm pulses in size every 90 days, growing and contracting like it's breathing. on a regular schedule. NASA's own team published the finding and said directly, "There are no hydrodynamic explanations for this." That was 2024. We still have nothing. And that's not just the storm you can see. Go deeper. Jupiter has lightning in places so cold that liquid water is physically impossible. That's colder than the coldest temperature ever recorded on Earth's surface. And that's where Jupiter has electrical storms. The reason they exist at all: ammonia-laced slush hailstones that lower water's freezing point just enough to generate a charge. There is no version of this on Earth. There is no version of this anywhere we've looked. Then go deeper still, to where the core should be. Every model of planet formation predicts Jupiter has a compact, rocky center, the seed it grew around. The Juno probe found something else. Jupiter's interior is smeared, heavy elements dissolved and distributed through 63% of the planet's radius. Imagine Earth's crust, mantle, and core dissolved together into a single blurry mass larger than Earth itself. That's Jupiter's interior, not a core, a blur. The leading hypothesis is that early in the solar system's history, a planetary body roughly 10 times Earth's mass hit Jupiter head-on and simply dissolved into it. Every computer simulation built to reproduce that event has failed. We cannot reconstruct it. We don't know what's in there. Why? We can't explain what it looks like. We can't explain how it behaves. We can't explain what it's made of. But here's the part that should disturb you most. It may have decided whether you exist. Before we get there, one more thing. Because the surface wrongness and the interior wrongness are local. What comes next is solar system scale wrong. Jupiter's North Pole has 8 permanent cyclones arranged in a perfect octagon around a 9th at the center. Its South Pole has 5 arranged in a perfect pentagon. Each of these cyclones is wider than the continental United States. They have been stable for years. No theory of planetary science predicted either pattern. No one knows why the numbers are different, 8 and 5. Asymmetric, locked, permanent. Our models break here. Not bend, break. Planetary fluid dynamics predicts that large vortices should merge over time, the way storms on Earth do. These don't merge. They orbit the central cyclone year after year, like they're held in place by a mechanism we simply haven't found. The shape is stable, the number is fixed, and we have no explanation. Somehow, Jupiter is doing something no model predicted. Somehow, it has been doing it for years, possibly longer. We simply don't know. Now, you. The story most people know is that Jupiter is Earth's shield. Its gravity catches incoming asteroids before they reach the inner solar system. It is in every astronomy textbook. It is almost certainly backwards. Jupiter is equally likely to fling objects toward Earth as away from it. And approximately 4 billion years ago, Jupiter presumably migrated inward, deep into the inner solar system, and most likely caused the late heavy bombardment, the very period of intense asteroid impacts that it is credited with preventing. Before it pulled back outward, it probably swept away an entire generation of super-Earths that had been forming in the inner solar system. The reason Earth exists in roughly the orbit it does may be because Jupiter destroyed everything that came before it, then left. We weren't protected. We were what survived. And yet, under Jupiter's ice moon, Europa is an ocean 2 to 3 times the volume of every ocean on Earth, under roughly 30 kilometers of ice, pressing down in the permanent dark. That ocean is held liquid not by the sun, but by Jupiter's gravity squeezing it. Tidal kneading. Violence converted into warmth. Jupiter is so massive that its gravitational pull physically flexes Europa's crust as the moon orbits, generating enough heat to keep a liquid ocean alive in a place where sunlight has never reached. If anything lives in that ocean, and we don't know, we simply don't know, It has never seen a single photon of light. It has never seen a star. It exists entirely because of Jupiter's mass, Jupiter's gravity, Jupiter's restless, relentless, unending pull. Life born in the dark, sustained by punishment. Possible because of a planet that nearly became a second sun and didn't, and in failing, became something stranger. A world maker that never needed to burn. We named Jupiter. We put it on posters, called it a guardian, made it the friendly giant, and in 400 years of staring at it, we got the color wrong, the age wrong, the category wrong, the interior wrong, and the role in the solar system wrong. The line between planet and star is not a wall, it's a whisper, and we live next to the wrong side of it. We've always imagined life needs a star, warmth, light, a gentle sun. Jupiter shows us another template. Life born in darkness, heated by violence, surviving because a world almost became something else entirely. Jupiter didn't fail to be a star. It became something stranger. And somewhere under 60 kilometers of ice, something may be alive because of it. And it will never know what Jupiter is. It will only know the warmth,